Hey, kia ora, Helen Brown coming live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Well, we survived day one of Networking Riches. It was amazing. Got to meet some new people. We had a very international crew today. We had Costa Rica and Mexico and Australia, the UK. Oh, sorry. Bit of popcorn husk. Where else do we have from? U.S. Virgin Islands. We had a very international. It was kind of cool actually. Got to meet different people from different parts. I was going for all 50 states. I asked when we got on there, please put where you're from. We're going for all 50 states. Didn't quite get there. But it was fun finding out where everybody came from anyway. So I got to meet some new people today. This was my first time being an official member of Casey's team. And so my role is to take attendance, do whatever admin stuff is required as everything's going on, provide links in the chat as needed, and a whole bunch of other behind-the-scenes stuff. So it was very much of a paying attention to what is being said and learning at the same time, finding out people's names for those that didn't have names on their things, like they had like phone numbers or iPhone, or they just had a first name and not a last name, and you had 3 of them on your roster. Which one are they? Type of thing. So a lot of interaction with people today because of that. But it was really good. It was a good first day. We didn't have a technical challenge, and so we just took an early lunch break to sort that out. That wasn't a problem. Zeffy was hilarious. At one point she comes, so I got her 3 new, there's a pack of dog blankets, and they are super, super soft and super, super comfy. I've never felt anything so soft as these dog blankets. And they were 3 large size ones. And I'd actually got her ones earlier, but it turned out they weren't as big as one I had previously gotten her. So I had to go back at some point and order the 3. So I got the 3 arrived yesterday, and it was so funny because she was on the bed this morning. And usually when I leave the bedroom in the morning, I make the bed around her. And well, she's usually up in the top corner, tucked up in the corner up there, and I can easily make the bed up. It's not a problem. And then I get one of her blankets and I just throw them over her so she's back in a dark little cozy, because the bedroom's quite cool in the morning when we wake up. And but I first got woken up when it started to rain. I was like, it's raining. Yes, it's raining. And I could feel the energy starting to come through me. And I'm sort of like, wow, I felt really good. I felt like I've had a good night's sleep. What time is it? And of course, those that don't know, I have a little alarm clock that actually I turn the light off on it so that it's black at night, because I don't like lights in the bedroom. We've got enough in there with the stuff that's required to be on in an RV. And so any extra light in there, no, we're not having that. And I can see a lot of light coming in through the skylight too, because there was still some light coming through the skylight, and we had was it full moon the other day or something? So yes, there's still a bit of moonlight around, but it's raining. I thought, wow, the skies are lightening up already, and I've had a good night's sleep. Wonder what time it is. So I hit the button to turn the backlight on for a few seconds so you can see what time it was. It was 11:58 p.m. I had been asleep just on or just over an hour. I'm like, oh crap, I'm not gonna get back to sleep. But I did manage to get back to sleep and had a really good night's sleep. Woke up this morning. The alarm actually woke me up this morning, but I went back to sleep to the sound of rain, which was awesome. And then not long after I woke up this morning, we got rain again. I was like, yay, thank you for the rain. But yeah, so like I said, when I make the bed, I get a blanket and I just toss it over top of Zeffy. And so later on when I was on Networking Riches, actually no, it must have been after Networking Riches we did that, because I was on Networking Riches when she came out. So we had gotten dressed and all of that sort of stuff and gone out for a walk, came back. Then she went back to bed again. Then I threw another blanket over her. And I'm out here and I'm on Networking Riches. And I catch this movement out of the corner of my eye. And I look down and Zeffy's standing here and she still has the blanket like completely draped over her shoulders, over her back. She had just gotten off the bed with it. She had gotten up, walked across the bed, jumped off the bed and came out to see me. and the blanket still draped over her body. It was so cute. And of course, I was live online at the time, so managed to take a couple of secret pictures of her doing that. Oh, sorry, popcorn. And so that was pretty good, but that was the first part that she was funny with. And then she sort of goes around her day and goes and lays up and watches everything off going out the window, and we're doing networking riches and having our breaks, and she gets lots of loving during the breaks. And then we get back into the session again, and I had gotten a snack out to have during the break. The problem was I forgot to check the time, and by the time I sat back down with my snack, I thought, right, I've got a couple of minutes left. I can eat the snack, and then we go back on. No. I sat back down, looked at the clock, and went, oh, crap. And Casey was on. He says, just put your cameras on when you're ready. And I'm like, oh, darn it. So my snack sat here on the table for the rest of the next session. Zephy realized I had food, so she comes and she sits here next to me for almost the entire next session. And she just sits there very quietly and just stares straight ahead. Occasionally looks down at the food, stares straight ahead. And occasionally I put my arm over her, give her some hugs and some scratches. And then she'd sort of like pull it away a little bit, so I'd remove my hand and go back to taking my notes and stuff. And she was adorable, and bit of a distraction, but that's okay. And then it took her a while to realize that she wasn't getting any food. And then we went to lunch break, and then we had to go to lunch break because we had technical issues in the studio, and so they decided, well, let's just take lunch early. And when we come back, they should be up and running and all that sort of stuff. So. Zephy did end up getting some of the snack eventually. Sorry, my eyes are really tired and itchy, and I'm probably rubbing mascara into them or giving myself raccoon eyes. But yeah, it was a very, very good day. Lots of great stuff going on, lots of great comments and things. Some of the people were having big aha moments, which was awesome. I love it when that happens. We got in 2 breakthrough zone, well, kind of 2.5. Because somebody ended up asking a question before we ended up finishing for the day, and it ended up being sort of like a mini breakthrough zone. But the breakthrough zones were good. There was lots of great information in there. I love the breakthrough zone. I have to tell you, I love the breakthrough zone areas because people go up there with an issue, and they get coaching from Casey, from a couple of coaches he brings in, and one of the other guys on the team, and the 4 of them together come up with these different ideas and things like that. And it's just interesting to hear the ideas flowing, and it's not just, yes, this person has this type of a business and they're coaching her. No, all the coaching they're giving is not just for the person who is in the breakthrough zone, it's for everybody else as well. And so you can pick up some great ideas. It's sort of, ooh, that's a great idea. How can I make that work for my business? You never say, oh, yeah, no, that's not going to work. No. We never say this is not going to work for my business. If you hear an idea and go, yeah, but that's not going to work for my business. No. The first question you ask yourself, if you're not sure, is you turn around and go, how can I make that work for my business? And then the brain goes into problem-solving mode, and you get all the creativity starts coming out about how you can make this idea work for your business, which is awesome. I love it when that happens. And I had a couple of those moments today. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. How can I make it work for my business? Which business should I make it work for? Should I make it work for all of my business, all the different businesses I have, or just this one? And because I'm hearing it now, we had thunderstorms throughout the day as well. So I'd warned the team. I said, if I suddenly disappear, it's because we're under thunderstorm warnings right now. So if I suddenly disappear, you know why. And I'll be back on as soon as I can. So the team all knew if I suddenly disappeared. Yet it was the studio in LA that had the issues. And I'm like, well, hang on. I'm the one with the thunderstorms going on. Why are you guys having issues? I'm however many hundreds of miles away in Arizona. How come you guys are having issues? So that was kind of funny. But made it through. I did not lose any connection at any point during the time for any of the rainstorms that came on. There were a couple of times that started getting really loud, and I thought, oh, I might have to go get my noise-canceling headphones. So I may even start off with that tomorrow. I'm going to look at the forecast first, and I may start off with my noise-canceling headphones on, just because it got a little loud with the rain today. Although I could still hear, it would have been better if I'd had my headphones on. So yeah, so then that was kind of funny. And then I had ordered my replacement trash bag for the car arrived today from Amazon, and there was I'd also ordered a couple of other pieces for the car, like the solar shades to go on the back windows for Zeffy there. So, and it's like a stocking that goes over top of the top part of the door where the window is, and the window can open and close in between these two pieces of the screen. And Zeffy stays safe. She gets no bugs flying in her. There's no way she can jump out of the car accidentally. It breaks down the wind on her in her face a little bit as well. And it also provides her with protection from the sun. And so those arrived today. And I thought, I'm going to splurge all $15 of it and get myself a new steering wheel cover. So I got the new steering wheel cover, and that was one of the packages. This is hilarious. So I pull it out, and it's slightly oblong shaped. So it was a little more oval than it was round. And that's probably because it had been squished up into a bag and all that sort of stuff. But it's made of rubber, so it can quickly get back into shape and all that. And so it had the shape holder piece of whatever. I don't even know what's in the inside of the cover there that I need to remove before I put it on the steering wheel. So it was shaped into this little loop. And I looked at it and thought, Zeffy will fit through that. And so I had it down in front of me, and I got some treats in this hand. Had the steering wheel cover in this hand, and was enticing her through. And she'd take like 2 steps through, and then she'd back up. And so then I put it, and so she kept trying to come around the circle around the steering wheel cover. And so I eventually put the bottom of the steering wheel cover on the ground, and literally had her crawl through the steering wheel cover. So she'd get partway through, so I gave her a treat, and then I put another treat in my hand and put it a bit further out, and she'll crawl through and get that, and she got that treat. Then another bit, and so she was finally through the thing. And normally when I praise her for doing something, her backhand's going like this. She just stood there when I'm praising her, like, oh, good girl, you did it. She crawled through the cover. I said, you crawled through the loop, good girl. And she just stands there and just looks at me like, I am not doing that again. I did not enjoy it. I have never seen her accomplish something where I have then praised her for doing what was asked of her and given her treats for it, and her not wag her tail. So that was a first for me. She did not enjoy that did not enjoy earning that treat. I'm like, interesting. I'm gonna have to work on that one. But now she knows she's done it, and she did take several attempts to get through, and she got little rewards along the way. But she got there. So I was proud of her. She actually did it, so I was proud of her for that. The fact that that she was not happy about it, kind of sort of like, okay, I know for next time, but guess what? You're going to try it again until I put it on the steering wheel. So yes, there was that as well. But it was overall today was good. We had a good turnout of people today, all there, and it was a good mix of people. It was a good day. There was lots learned. I could see from the comments, a lot of people going, oh my gosh, that's such a great golden nugget. Oh, I didn't realize I could do that. And just these revelations were going through the chat. But tomorrow is the big day for Breakthrough Zones, which you all know. If you've heard me often enough talking about networking riches, you know that is my favorite part of the entire event. Is yes, you learn all the other stuff about what to do before networking, during networking, and after networking. But my favorite bit is the Breakthrough Zone. So it's going to be fun to see how that goes tomorrow, because they're lining up some potential candidates for the Breakthrough Zone tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. I always like that. It's my favorite part. So tomorrow we talk about follow through, what happens after the event. So we've gone through what happens before the event, during the event, and now we're talking about more after the event. And that's another part of my favorite one, is the follow-up one, because sometimes I sort of, oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that one. Maybe I'll change my follow-up routine and put that one in there. So, I do change things up a little bit on my follow-up routines and stuff. But I'm looking forward to day 2. It is going to be awesome because we've got Breakthrough Zones, yay! And we skip lunch and we end up early. So that's also a nice thing too. And I was going to go to the mail place today to pick up my mail, because I know I have some packages there as well. And but we've got flood warnings out. And so I'm sort of like, yeah, I ain't going nowhere. And especially with the temperature where it is, I didn't want to leave Zeffy here in the RV while I went off to do that, because if I couldn't get back, I mean, she's bad enough with separation if I'm gone for 2 hours. She's really bad if I'm gone for 2 hours. And if the roads were flooded enough that I couldn't get back to her, then that was going to be an issue for me. Even though I should have plenty of food and water, and I leave the shower curtain open for her so she can get into there if she needs to. But, I wanted to make sure that she was safe and content. So I thought, it's supposed to be better weather tomorrow. We get to finish a little earlier, so I will whip out at that point, pick up the mail and come back, and then we can buckle down for the night, and I get ready for my genealogy classes on Friday and Saturday. So it is a busy week, and brain one, see, brain's gone. It's fried, it's done, but it was worth it. So now and I wanted to get this done early so we could get for a walk early between the showers that are coming through. Might mean we're going to do a late walk tonight. That's okay. But I just wanted to get this done before my brain completely disappeared on me. And now I'm going to go give it a rest and do things that are not related to any of the work I've done today, that are completely separate. I won't be doing any work stuff today at all. I do have a couple of things I got to do for clients. I'll get those done, and then that's it. I'm done for the day. So that's why we're on early today. We're out of here. Go have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Oh, if you attended Networking Riches today, leave us your thoughts in the comments below as to what you thought about Networking Riches Day 1, especially if it was your first time. I'm always curious to see what first timers think about the event. And this is an event that I've been to all but 2.5 of them. So, so I know Networking Riches very well. And yes, and people go, but you've been going so many times. Yeah. And I'll keep going to Networking Riches because I love the program. I love the workshop. And even though I may have heard stuff, there's times that because my mind is in a different place, or I have changed my mindset about something, I may see something in a completely different line and go, ooh, so, there's certain times that things will sound different to you because your mind is in a different place the last time you heard it. You go, is that you? No, that's been there all the time. How come I've never heard that before? Because you were not ready to hear it. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I get that time and time again, which is why I keep going back to Networking Riches. Yes, I know the format very well. I know some of the content very well, but there's times that some of the content will catch me off guard. I'm like, I don't recall that being like that. And I'll text someone and go, was this in the last time? They go, oh, yeah. Brain was ready this time. Got it. Anyway, so we've got day 2 tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys back here tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do an earlier time, but for now, we're going to... and I've also got an appointment set up on the 1st of October to meet with somebody. And... yes, we may or may not be recording. We may be recording that evening's one earlier in the day, simply because of scheduling stuff. But you'll definitely get to see it on the 1st of October. Tomorrow, I'm aiming for 6 p.m., but I have a mastermind group meeting tomorrow, so that may go a little longer. So I'm going to say probably 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So you get to hear about day 2. It's going to be a long day tomorrow, but it's good. I'm going to get lots of good rest tonight. Going to have an early night tonight. And right now, I'm just going to go spend some time with the dog, go for a walk. Nope, we're not going for a walk right now because I'm hearing the thunder rumbling. When I can hear the thunder rumbling, we don't walk. But we're ready. Anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow around 7 p.m. Pacific time. Hei konara,